Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther. This is This to Live. If you're new here, we talk about all things nursing and a little bit of lifestyle. So first and foremost, happy freaking new year. I know I have not been on YouTube for quite some time, really a year and some change, but girl, I'm officially back. And I thought, why not just start off in the new year? And so I know some of us are going back to school. And so I wanted to drop something really quick before I head out the door in regards to something that I think that would be extremely helpful to you guys, which is saving you money on books this semester. As a previous nursing student, I definitely advocate that you absolutely do not buy a hardcover textbook. And if you are going to buy one, you absolutely do not buy it from your university or school that you're currently going to, unless it is a textbook that is written by your professor. And I feel like when they do that on purpose because they want to make money. But now that is neither here nor there. If it's not written by your professor that's teaching a course, do not buy that textbook there. Okay, do not purchase that textbook at that school. And so we're just gonna run through some suggestions I think that'll be helpful to you to help you save money this upcoming semester. And so I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a few suggestions. Okay, you can use them, not use them. If you do, let me know if they're helpful to you. We're gonna head and get right into it. So first and foremost is school. Okay, I don't know if everyone's school is like my school, but my school offered the opportunity for us to rent out these textbooks. Everybody doesn't know about them. So if a textbook was written by an author that was not a professor at the university, you had the opportunity to rent out the textbook for like 3 hours. And so what we would do is you'd either rent it out because you needed it for something in particular, or what you would do is you would rent it out, and we had like this software that was able to scan the pages, and then it was able to email the scan pages to you in a PDF, which essentially is what an ebook is before ebooks really were a big thing. And that makes me sound like I'm super old, but I'm not. But I just feel like ebooks or maybe I just wasn't put on. I may have been put on, but I feel like 4 or 5 years ago, ebooks really weren't as popular as they are now. So maybe we just didn't know about them. Maybe we just didn't know about them. Okay, maybe we just didn't know about them. So anyways, it turns the file into an PDF file that you kind of like just read like you would an ebook, and you're able to like take it home with you, take notes, or whatever the case may be. The other option I think that people are not really mindful of is that if you go to a non-traditional school, you may not have like a typical in-person library, but we all have libraries, even if they're just like online access. And sometimes these books, you can literally go online to your online library and you're able to like basically have access to them. Now, the caveat to this is usually there's a restriction on how many people can access the ebook at one time. But because most people don't know about this resource, most people don't use it. And so odds are, if you do have the opportunity to access an ebook online, that you probably be the only person trying to access that ebook online. You know what I'm saying? So definitely see if that's an option for you. Because if it is, it's a great resource that will help you cut down on money. And you just kind of have to be more efficient with just like creating like, I don't know, a set schedule of when you're going to access it and all these other things. But the other thing that you can do when it comes to school is like, you guys, every school, there's always one person who's super excited to start the program, and that one person starts a Facebook group. And I know people feel like Facebook groups are like played out, it's for old people, whatever. But girl, there's always a freaking Facebook group. So what you do is you find your university. Let's say you go to Bethune-Cookman College, you find Bethune-Cookman Nursing program. You add yourself to their page, okay? And then you find your cohort. So let's say your cohort was cohort class of 2025. That's your cohort. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would plug myself into my cohort, right? But what you really want to do is find cohort Bethune Nursing cohort 2022, 2021, and 2023. The last 2 years at least, because these are going to be people who are still in the program, who are about to graduate, or who are halfway through. And what you want to do is you want to go into their Facebook group, and you want to be like, hey, I'm looking for this Patho book. Does anybody have it? Want to sell it? Hey, I'm looking for this farm book. Does anyone have it? They want to sell it? Because odds are people are just stacking up these textbooks in their house as they're continuing going through the program, and they just haven't had time to get rid of it. Or maybe they have tried to get rid of it and they realize like it's like pennies on the dollar, so it's just not even worth my time to be going through the house. So I'll take care of it later. So if you go to these older cohorts, you're able to get a good deal because they need to get rid of the book. And they ain't gotta do no work. All they gotta do is meet you on campus with the money, and it's a done deal. You know what I'm saying? The other thing while we're talking about on campus is, guys, because you are a newer nursing student, or you are a nursing student that has yet to graduate, okay, you know people who are ahead of you. You know the nursing students who are about to graduate. You know the nursing students who came in the semester before you. You know the nursing students who are taking Med-Surg 3. You know the nursing students who are taking community. Like, you know. And so when you see them, go talk to them. I know people have social anxiety now, and that is a thing. But girl, if you are someone who likes to read or have the physical copy of a textbook, I behoove you. Is that even the right word? I implore you. Is that the right word? I don't know. But girl, I'm telling you, go talk to them people. Go talk to them people and just ask them like, hey, I see you taking maternal. And so you probably already took Med-Surg. Like, you still got your old Med-Surg, but like, can I get it off of you? Still got it? Like, hey, you're taking, I don't know, community, which means you already took pharmacology. Like, do you still have that book? Like, can I buy it off of you? Like, a lot of the times, like I said, people are just stacking up these books in their house. And so just go ask the person who's a couple of cohorts before you, or not before you, but ahead of you, if you can buy the book off of them, okay? The next option is Chegg. I am all about renting textbooks because I honestly feel like college is a scam when it comes to these books. You really don't know which class really needs a textbook and which class doesn't until you get into the class. And so in my opinion, I feel like you should just rent the book out. Chegg does this awesome thing. I haven't done it in quite some time, but when I did do it, it did this thing where you rent out the book, and then when it was time to return it, like I think somehow incorporated like the prepaid label into the price. And so they gave you the prepaid label and you just dropped it off somewhere, that they told you to drop it off at. And it was just an affordable price. You're able to rent the book out until I think 5-6 months for one price. Like, honestly, it can't be beat. It really can't be beat. And I honestly feel like for those of you who are very muscle pressed on having a physical textbook that weighs 20 to 30 pounds that you're trying to chug every single word, that I really don't understand because this thing be hurting your back. Girl, just rent out the book the first semester. Rent it out. Because odds are your professors in nursing school rotate. They're going to teach more than one course. And so if they're teaching Med-Surg 1 and Med-Surg 2, and you feel like in Med-Surg 1, the book was useful, you want it for Med-Surg 2, there's someone there who either dropped out, or there's someone there who bought the book who feel like, I don't feel like I need the book. Like, I feel like I get everything through the PowerPoints, or I feel like I get everything through the lecture. You could probably buy that book off of someone in your cohort, literally, if you feel like you need it. And between renting and buying that book off of someone in your cohort, you still will end up paying less than you would if you bought the physical textbook brand new from your university. So don't do it. Just don't do it. The next thing is, for the girls who get it, they get it. For the boys who get it, they get it. If you know how to Google, y'all, sometimes these books be online as a PDF version for free. You just have to be able to find the link. It does take a little bit of work, but if you are really good with the Google, you'll be able to figure it out and find it. I'm really good with the Google. So, I know everyone doesn't have that ability, but I do. And so if you have that ability, girl, boy, go do that. The last one is going to be Amazon. Girl, Amazon really has come a long way. And I really have to say that when it comes to these nursing textbooks used to be so hard to find because they're so specific. You know what I mean? Like, when you're talking about chemistry and bio, a lot of these books are being used through multiple universities. So it's easier to find those books when it came to nursing school, I feel like these textbooks were so hard to find because they're so specific. And so they're not really sold in this large, quantity. And so Amazon, though, girl, because she is that girl, you know what I'm saying? Amazon allows you to buy the book brand new, which I would not do, but it allows you to buy the book used. I think buying the book used is your best option, even if you're going to eBay. I prefer Amazon because of Prime, but that's just me, girl. Check out eBay. I'm not really eBay girly. You know what I'm saying? But girl, when you buy the book used, it's same as buying it new. A lot of us, when we're reading these textbooks, we are not writing in the textbooks and highlighting the textbook. We're having a sheet of paper, notebook, color pens, and that kind of vibe. And so if you buy it used, most of the time it's going to be gently used. Okay. Amazon also gives you the ability to rent. The same thing as Chegg. Amazon does the same way. And as you guys know, Amazon return policy is pretty, favor of the customer. You know what I'm saying? And it's really easy to do. And so I actually looked into this, and you literally can rent out the book for 6 months, which is basically a whole semester and some change, depending if you go to school in semesters or quarters. And again, cheaper. Okay, but my favorite method of buying textbooks, which I highly recommend to everybody, is really the ebook version. I love ebooks, and so Amazon does this thing where you can rent out the ebooks, and basically what it does is, you know, you can add the Kindle app to your iPhone, to your Android, to your computer, you know what I'm saying, regardless of what computer you have, and, you know, it's easily accessible on a Mac, Windows, iPad, Kindle, like whatever your situation is, Android, whatever. And so you're able basically to rent out the ebook version of the textbook, and it comes on into your Kindle carousel. If your school offers the option to have an ebook version of the book, that is also, you know, I think a great option. I will say it is going to be a more expensive than renting it as an ebook from Amazon. But the thing is, when you rent it from Amazon, at the end of the subscription, like the book basically like disappears off your carousel. Okay, so you no longer have access to it. But if you buy it through your school, usually you have like a third party vendor that will offer the ebooks now, and so it is going to be a little bit more expensive. More expensive than renting from Amazon, but it is a better option because it is going to be a lot cheaper than buying the physical textbook. And typically when you buy through this third party, they have like a contract with your university where you're able to access that book for like, I think like 2 years. So you're able to have that book throughout your whole program if you remain a full-time student. Or not even remain a full-time student, but if you go through the program like as a full-time student, like by the time you graduate, you should still have that book within your carousel, and then it should expire after you graduate. So that's a great option. But again, I prefer Amazon because it's a lot cheaper. But if you feel like, you know, I don't want to keep on renting this ebook, you know, at a cheaper price, I just want to pay one flat rate, I definitely would highly suggest the ebook version if your school offers it. But yeah, those are basically my suggestions on how to save money. Guys, I just feel like as nursing students, we spend so much money on all these like extra things. You know, you have to have a specific clinical kit. You have to have this lab coat. You have to wear these type of shoes. Like all of these extra expenses that are outside of tuition. I just feel like textbooks is one of the things that you can save money on. And so if you can, why not? Hopefully these suggestions were helpful to you. If you end up using them, let me know. But again, girl, just the point of the video, okay, what's your point? The point is, girl, do not go out here buying textbooks that are weighing 30 pounds from your university. You know what I'm saying? Just don't buy it from your university if you are going to buy it. And if you are going to buy it at a cheaper rate. That's just what I think. That's just what I think. But girl, I gotta head on out because I'm running late. I will catch you guys in the next video. Again, my name's Esther. This is Her Just to Live. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm so happy to be back. Again, Happy New Year. We will get caught up on all of the things that have happened. But for right now, girl, we are jumping into the new semester and we gotta start off strong. And we have to have some money in our pockets. And so hopefully this video is helpful to you. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.